All right, my friend, welcome. In today's video, we're gonna talk about some practical tips for healthy grocery shopping. Now, I'm not an artist, but I definitely do have some interesting diagrams and some very, very practical tips to help you make healthy grocery shopping so much easier for you and your family so you can stick to a healthy diet, save some money, and just generally eat healthier and stick to a diet long term. So you're gonna learn a ton in this video, so get out a pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in.
FitFatherProject.com.
So if you've been around the Fit Father Project for some time, you know how important nutrition is for your overall health and weight loss goals. I mean, nutrition and sleep are the foundations. They're more important than formal exercise. And when it comes to nutrition, shopping is the thing that makes nutrition work. We need to actually work on our behaviors, habits, and rituals around healthy grocery shopping so we ensure that we get the right things into the pantry and actually prepare for a great week ahead. So we're gonna get into some practical tips. We're actually gonna talk about the design and the layout of grocery stores and how they're kind of designed to trip you up and how we can actually navigate them properly so you buy the right foods and you don't get trapped into buying expensive, bad for you snacks that, you know, make your wallet thin and your waistline fat. So we'll get started. The first thing I want to recommend for you is that you pick your go-to foods. You've probably heard me say this in some of our other Fit Father Project videos, but there's so much power in defining what your go-to foods are in the categories of proteins, carbs, and healthy fats. We want to eat healthy long-term, but we need to make sure that we're eating the kind of healthy foods that you love. So what are your top 3 go-to healthy proteins? Is it wild salmon? Is it eggs? Is it turkey? Is it tofu? Is it beans? Like, you need to define those and literally write those down. If you have not defined them, write them down as I'm talking in the rest of this video. 3 go-to proteins. 3 go-to healthy carbs, things like berries, sweet potatoes, rice, oatmeal, things you love. Write down your 3 favorite carbs. Write down your 3 favorite veggies, ideally green veggies, maybe things like asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard, salad mix, something like that. And then also write down your favorite healthy fats. Olive oil, nuts and seeds, maybe egg yolks, whatever those are for you, write those down. We need to define these go-to foods because if we go into a shopping trip without knowing what the foods that we're gonna be basing our meal plan and our nutrition off of are, we're gonna be liable to fall into all sorts of danger. We're gonna buy stuff that is not actually on the plan and we're gonna end up making bad food decisions. So by having the precognizant step of defining what our good foods are, everything's gonna be a lot more easy. So once you've defined your go-to foods, we're gonna make an actual shopping list. So do you have a structured meal plan, like our Fit Father Project meal plan, that not only gives you the recipes, but the exact ingredients that you need to make those recipes work? Do you have all the ingredients listed so that you can take these go-to foods and put them into a shopping list? We need a plan going into this thing so we're not buying random crap. So when we actually get into the grocery store, here's how things are laid out. Typically there's like 2 entrances to a grocery store. There's like an entrance and an exit. And around the perimeter of the grocery store is where they actually put all the go-to foods. When you walk into a grocery store, pretty much the first thing you're gonna see is the fruits and the veggies and the produce. They put this intentionally. You walk in, you see a bunch of green stuff, you're in a good mood, here's all the healthy food, you go in and you get your produce. And what I want you to do is to walk the perimeter of the grocery store because the produce will be on one side, always on one side in the aisle. So you'll go up the side and then you'll go around the back side, and that's where they put all the meats, the fish, and general, like the whole deli or butcher area is in the back side. So this is where you'd buy your go-to proteins if you're eating animal proteins in the meats and fish. And then on the tail end here on the other side, they typically have some of the healthy carbs and the grains, the things like the sweet potatoes, some of those non-processed breads we recommend, like Ezekiel bread. These are around the outside. So you want to walk the perimeter. The interior aisles are where they put all the snack foods. They basically make a labyrinth of all these different kinds of rows where they want you to go up and down and up and down. And pretty much that's where all the high calorie processed snack foods are, with some exceptions. I mean, they keep some of their healthy oils and maybe nuts and seeds in those areas, but pretty much this is the danger zone. This is where all the expensive crap you do not need, all the processed foods, live in this zone. And they bump these right up to the checkout where, you know, what do you see before the checkout? Well, you always see the candy, you see the gum, you see the energy drinks. These are the impulse purchases after you've gone through this entire gauntlet. When they've run you up and down the danger zone, all the aisles, they know your willpower is weak, so what do you buy at the end? Well, you buy that Kit Kat at the end because you're like, what the heck, I've always wanted one of those. So if you stay out of the danger zone, you shop the perimeter, you know what your go go-to foods are and you have a list, you're gonna be prepared and you're not gonna make a purchase because you know ahead of time that's not on the list. I don't need to buy that crap. And you're gonna regret it later because you'll have a willpower battle. When the cookies are sitting in the pantry, I guarantee they're gonna get eaten. If they weren't in the pantry in the first place, you'll stay on track. So a good way I like to litmus test foods that end up going into the shopping cart is called the great-grandmother rule. Your food should pass the great-grandmother rule. So if your great-grandmother, if she were shopping with you, would she be able to tell what the food is? Pretty much anything that comes in a box or a wrapper, she would have no idea what that Triscuit, Pringle, cheesy sour cream, trail mix thing is. She'll have no idea what that is. That will not pass the grandmother test, but I guarantee rice, sweet potato, wild salmon, berries, those things would. So typically the things that'll pass the great-grandmother test are things that have one ingredient and do not require a food label. 80% of your cart should be those things. It should be these go-to foods and it should pass the great-grandmother test. And another suggestion I would say is once you define your go-to foods, you walk the perimeter. If you want to save some money and you have a meal plan that is based on these go-to foods and you're doing regular meal prep like we teach you in our FitFoller 30-day program, what I recommend you do is you go to a discount grocery shopping store like Costco or Sam's Club and buy these things in bulk. I mean, you could go to Whole Foods and get grass-fed beef for like $9 a pound. Or you could get grass-fed beef at Costco. You'll have to buy a little bit more of it, but it could be as low as $3.50 a pound. You can save over 50% on your groceries by buying your go-to foods in bulk, and they're still very high quality. So it's a really good idea that enables you to save money if you actually have a plan. If you're on something like our FitFoller meal plan that's included in our 30-day program with some nutritional counseling on how to do this stuff and how to set up your meal timing and all that stuff, you will be able to shop healthier and you'll be able to, really save your family some money and stick on track with your diet and not set yourself up for failure. So this is some big picture strategies. Again, we give you the actual meal plan, meal by meal, all the recipes, all the shopping lists inside the FitFoller meal plan. So if you want to just take all the thinking and guesswork out of this stuff, get on a healthy, balanced meal plan, and actually have a team that keeps you accountable on implementing it, then our 30-day program is right up your alley. I highly recommend you check out FitFoller 30X. There's links below in the description of this video, or if you're listening on the blog, there's links all over where you can check out FitFoller 30X and get started on the program. It's absolutely amazing. You can see hundreds of success stories and case studies of guys who are using our meal plan. They're shopping healthier for themselves and their families, and everyone's getting tremendous results. So check that out, and I hope you got at least 1 or 2 strategies that are valuable. Again, pick your go-to foods, have a list going in, walk the perimeter, and pass the grandma test. And then buy foods in bulk so you can plan ahead and save some money at the same time. That is the key to healthy grocery shopping. It's not rocket science, but it does take some habits. And again, my team and I are here to support and take all the guesswork out of this for you in our FitFoller meal plan, so check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for being here. Definitely give us a thumbs up and let us know that you found something valuable. And comment below with some of your ideas on healthy grocery shopping or some healthy foods that you like to buy in bulk, or even just what are some of your go-to foods. I love to hear them. I can bounce back ideas on some of our team's favorite go-to foods. It's fun to see the differences between people. And definitely hit the subscribe button to get notified when we post new videos to our FitFoller Project channel. We have hundreds of videos on the channel already at the time of shooting this on things like nutrition, but also on fat loss exercise, how to build muscle, how to get and stay motivated, all these important health topics that you need to know to stay strong and healthy for your family. We are the FitFoller Project. This is what we do, and we're really happy you found our blog, found our YouTube channel, and you're checking out all these resources. So there's links below for everything. Take a look at FitFoller 30X. We'd love for you to join us and get this area of your life handled. And I'm really excited that you're on this journey to living healthier and eating healthy for yourself and your family. I can't wait to see you in our 30-day program, and I'll talk to you very soon, my friend.